the void. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Hello, welcome. Hello, hello. 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 Hello, hello. How are you today? Hello. Oh, you're right. Maybe it's because I didn't switch screens last time. Yeah, maybe that's why. I can just... Yeah. I don't know if you saw that I was kinda giving a bit of advice to another VTuber with their issues starting a stream on Twitter. While I was doing that, I was actually doing a bit of testing to see exactly what the issue was. And that's why my stream was a little bit messed up. That's why the little guy was still there. Yeah. Yeah, I did a bit of research. Just a tiny bit. Yeah. Yes. By the way, I've been meaning to ask, have you started, what is it called? Dantalian Shoka? Oh. You couldn't find any videos? They were scary or when just cheap jump scares? Oh, you did actually binge the whole thing today? Yeah, nice. What did you think about it? Was it nice? I really like the concept, to tell you the truth. Yeah. I really liked the concept. Yeah. Nice overall? Okay. That's fine, that's fine. Yeah. The thing I found the most interesting was the concept that an author basically writing their masterpiece turns the book into a kind of a magical book. That was a very interesting concept. I really liked that part. Yeah, I wish they had continued the series. It was very interesting to me. Yeah, the bell tower was nice also. Yes. It's a shame they didn't really portray the other libraries that exist in the universe, apart from Dantalians. Yeah. Because Dantalian is not the only magical library in that universe. It's a shame they never actually address it. Yeah. Yes, I believe there are at least 3 libraries: Dantalian, Flamberge, and one other one. I don't remember the name of the other one. Dantalian, no, Shoka. Let me see if I can find the other one. Flamberge is one. Raziel is the other. Yeah. Raziel, also known as the custodian of the Biblioteca Razielis Arcangeli. Yeah. And Flamberge is known as the custodian of the Longclaws Library. Yeah. Dedus with Flamberge is looking to destroy all the magical books. So to use them, he burns them away, basically. His goal is to destroy the books, not preserve them. Yeah. Yes. Yes, yes. There were a few cases that were a bit too fantastical for my taste. Like the one with the lovers that kept reviving. That was a bit too over the top to my liking. Yeah, that guy doesn't really want to read. He literally just burns them. It had its moments, that series. Yeah. One of the books I liked the most was the one for the circus. That one was pretty impressive. Yeah. I believe there is more of that in the novel. Yeah, you actually meet the other key holders. The owners of the other libraries. Yes. Yeah, yeah. I've been wondering something for quite a while now. I see a lot of VTubers, what's the word? Chasing for popularity by trying to associate with VTubers that are more popular than them. So they kind of go and ask for collabs or try to promote their own stuff on the streams of others. So I haven't seen that a lot. They also have been doing a lot of interaction baiting in Twitter. You saw a lot of that on Reddit too? Yeah, and I also have been seeing a lot of VTubers who are annoyed at the fact that they can't seem to find people they can actually trust. Everyone seems to be chasing popularity one way or another. Yeah. But I have noticed that all those people had been trying to gain followers by association. So they go and kind of try to leech of bigger creators, but they don't actually try to make something themselves. Yeah. It's like a company trying to sell more by doing collabs with other bigger companies instead of producing a product people want to buy. Yeah. And I don't know if they cannot tell the issue with that. Any follower they gain, they manage to attract to themselves, usually will stay for a bit and then leave pretty much immediately. So I've been wondering, I don't know if I mentioned, probably it was in a tweet where I mentioned it. I believe I fell for one of those interaction baits where a VTuber was asking, why did you become a VTuber? What inspired you to become a VTuber? And I answered something along the lines of, I got tempted by the sadistic Sakura. I was trying to be, how to call it, clever about it, a bit cheeky, mysterious, if you will, in a bit of a cringy way. Yeah. I don't know if you know what I meant by the sadistic Sakura. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will read that and immediately know what I meant, but I'm not sure if someone who is not used to VTubers will catch on, especially those who only watch indie VTubers. Yeah. You don't know who the sadistic Sakura is? Okay, let me do a little bit of a feature. Let me switch screens real quick. Actually, let me do, before I forget, Russian roulette. Just real quick, before we switch to that. Today we get a clover. Nice. That actually kinda looks nice there. Okay. So,
Hello.
hello. Let's see. Yes, I got lucky today. The statistic Sakura I was referring to. Let me go over here. Let me open a browser tab. YouTube. Okay. So there is this one song I love a lot. That is basically what inspired me to become a VTuber. Let me show you this. Again, if I get copyright striked, I will just remove this piece of the bot. Let me show this. One second. Okay, why are you not showing anything? Hello? Hello? Let's see. If I switch to this, you can see that. If I switch to this, you cannot. Huh, that's weird. Nah, it's just a song. It's basically the reason I why is this not working? I wonder. There we go. That would have been a nice idea, but not. That's not it, sadly. I'm not that clever, apparently. This is the song. Let me kill the music for a moment. Music. This is the song. Yeah. Yeah. That's the song that inspired me. That one. Yeah, a lot of things in the song speak to me quite a bit. For example, there is a bit where she says the stage is crowded, get in line. There is an ocean of competition. So basically, it's telling you you are just a drop in an ocean. Yeah. There is also a lot of stuff that she mentions that makes a lot of sense. Literally, there is a part where she says, just with dedication, you straight the power the weak. Meaning, you only need to commit yourself to raise above pretty much everyone. Because most people don't really try. They just think they can just float like a jellyfish without making any effort and get what they want. Yeah. Basically, they believe by just doing whatever everyone else is doing, is good enough for them to rise to the top. When that's literally what keeps them stuck with the rest of the people. Yeah. So I believe that's what's happening right now in the VTuber community. A lot of jellyfish. Not many people actually trying to do anything usual, unusual. For example, beyond uh, the different characters that are each VTuber, most VTubers, if you think about it, don't do anything special that differentiates them from other VTubers. If you remove the character, if you remove the voice for a generic one, you would not be able to tell them apart. Had you noticed that? Yeah. That's why I do these development streams, because that makes me special in a way. Yeah. This is what separates me from other VTubers. But I believe I could do better. Right now, this is pretty much just a hobby. I'm not really trying. I'm a bit of a jellyfish who is kinda just pedaling a little bit more than anyone else. I have a bit of a way to distinguish myself from other VTubers. But I'm not actually putting that much effort. Yeah, I don't actually have unreasonable expectations. But each time I listen to that song, that music video, I wonder what would happen if I actually tried. Because right now I'm not seeing that much success. My growth is pretty much plateaued. I don't see any growth. And then again, I'm not really making that much effort. So I've been wondering, what would happen if I actually tried? What if I tried? Because I have always, I don't know if this my pride talking, but I've always felt since I started VTubing that if I actually tried, I could probably grow pretty fast. It's just two things that are holding me back. One is that I don't have the resources to put into the stream, so I would have to do everything myself. I cannot hire an editor, I cannot hire artists and all the stuff. But I feel that if I actually tried, I could literally leave everyone behind me. Is this weird feeling where I see everyone kinda just sitting there wondering why things are not working the way they want to? Then I see all the possibilities of everything I could do and how I could literally leave everyone in the dust. And I must admit that I'm a bit tempted to do so. I don't think I will see like success that the major VTubers see, but I believe I could rival at least the smaller, well-known indie VTubers. For example, not many VTubers have wrote their own TTS. My TTS is quite special. Yeah. So I've been thinking I could do quite a bit. I can make games, so I could literally make every single one of my games have a stream integration. Yeah, so there is a lot of possibilities. I could make literally my own modded microservers by myself. I believe if I try, I could even do my own art easily. Yeah. So I'm very tempted to actually try. It's just finding the motivation, right? Because right now I treat this a bit of as a hobby. But if I learn to edit, I learned to draw art, and I started to use my game knowledge into stream integration, that would set me apart very harshly from other independent VTubers. Yeah. So I'm a bit tempted to try, especially now that I see so many VTubers train chasing. What to call it? Making interaction baits, trying to leech out of bigger VTubers. Yeah, it's tempting. It's not so much about the success. I'm tempted to do it just to, I don't know, to brag about it. While I see the other VTubers trying to climb on top of each other, trying to reach the top. Zombie mode style, where the zombies are trying to climb on top of each other to cross a wall or something like that. It will be funny to literally just walk over the wall, grab the key, open the door, and cross, while the others are trying to literally climb on top of each other to get to the top. I don't know if you have seen those memes where there is this guy trying to climb a fence, and another guy walks over, pulls the fence, and it turns out it's a door, and he literally just opens, goes the other side, and closes. I feel like it would look like that. Yeah. So I'm very tempted to do it just because of that. Yeah. I think I'm more tempted to do it because it would be extremely amusing to do it. Yeah. Yeah, that's the issue. Once I do that, just for the joke, I won't really have a reason to keep going. I could just float again, just stay where I am, maybe make more games. Yeah, because really the thing I'm passionate about is making games. So I will probably return to my usual routine. Then again, the temptation of actually fulfilling the song, to actually make that song a reality and walk beside the sadistic Sakura. That's another motivation, a very big motivation I have. Yeah. Trying to get to the actual top. That would be another interesting idea, I would say. That's what makes it so tempting to do it. To literally cross this mountain that every other VTuber is crying and screaming that is not fair, and trying to climb on top of each other to pull each other down as they try to get to the top. And then there is me, that I literally take the stairs to the top instead of trying to climb the mountain. I don't know. I could try. I feel like I can do quite a lot if I actually try. Yeah. Yeah, it's something I need to decide by myself. It'll be funny to try. See how far I can get. Just by myself. It would be very interesting, actually. Huh. Yeah, it's extremely tempting to do. The only issue is motivation is required, right? To actually pull it off. But I believe myself to be capable. I see myself being able to do it, for sure. I just need to try. Which maybe by some metrics it might be the hardest part. Yeah, especially because I'm saying this while my stream has literally a single viewer. Yeah, there are moments in my stream where I have zero viewers. So doing it while having this stream as present would be, I'm pretty sure it will be very infuriating to a lot of people. Yeah. But then again, that's what makes this funnier. That's what would make this amusing. That's what's tempting about this. Yeah. Yeah. Then again, whenever I look around other VTubers and I see their concepts and what they do and etc., I can't help but feel they're wasting a lot of potential. For example, I believe it was yesterday or the day before that a new VTuber debuted. And she's basically a weather goddess. And she has not played into it at all. So, for example, if I were her, I would make it, at least just for the joke, I would dedicate one stream a week to basically do a news weather forecast each week, just for the bit, because it would make for amusing content. And there is a lot of VTubers that I notice they have that possibility. They have potential, but they do nothing with it, which is a bit baffling, to say the least. Yeah. Wow, the octopus self-destructed. Well, I don't think you would technically qualify as parasocial. Parasocial has to be more how to call it? There has to be implied relationship. For example, I believe there are some VTubers that do something called the boyfriend or girlfriend experience, where they basically act like they were the viewer's boyfriend or girlfriend. Which is not something that happens in my streams. Yeah, it's pretty messed up, because it creates a bit of a codependency between the streamer and the viewer. Basically encourages the viewers to believe the streamer is a significant other, like they are in a relationship. Yeah. So it can be a bit exploitative. Yeah. It can be pretty exploitative on both sides because oh, the game just crashed. It looped. That might be something I need to fix. Yeah, it crashed. Yeah. The issue with that kind of relationships is that, for example, if you are doing something like boyfriend girlfriend relationship, even if it's playful, it's not meant to be taken seriously. Even if you leave it as fantasy, there is bound to be more than one viewer to actually get attached, and that's when the streamer can abuse that power. Yeah, those VTubers are extra scared of being dogs, especially if in reality they have a partner, they have a relationship, a boyfriend or a girlfriend. So the doxing is way more dangerous for their careers. But also, just as the streamer gets basically more loyalty and interactions from the viewers, and probably a lot of more money, the reverse is that if they ever break that fantasy of being in a relationship, they usually immediately implode. They lose all the followers the moment it's revealed that they have a significant other. Also, there is this one danger that those kinds of VTubers are more prone to have stalkers, people trying to figure out who they are and try to locate them and try to actually find their house. Yeah. Sometimes that kind of parasocial relationships happen even to VTubers that are not actually playing into that kind of fantasy. For example, there are some viewers of pretty normal VTubers that basically believe the VTuber is their actual friend, even though they have never met. And they expect to be treated like friends, which is kinda messed up. They believe themselves to be best friends or something like that, which yeah can be very creepy, but is again a side effect of the way VTubers work. Yeah. I believe last week a streamer got attacked by a stalker at a convention during a cosplay photography bit the streamer was doing. Basically, she was doing a cosplay, and they were basically the fans were taking turns, taking pictures, and this one guy jumped the barrier of the cosplay venue and basically attacked her. Yeah, that guy. So that can't happen. That streamer was not very parasocial at all in the way she interacted with the community. Her way of interacting was pretty much like the way I do. Maybe a little bit more friendly. Yeah. And she still has a stalker. Yeah. Yes, yes. So yeah, parasociality happens pretty much even if you don't want it to a certain degree. And it's more, how to call it, it's easier for it to happen when you are doing that kind of boyfriend girlfriend experience. Yeah. Yeah, it's impossible to stop past certain point. Yes, indeed. Mainly because the more people you have as fans, you have a greater probability of having someone who has mental issues. Yeah. Yes. Yes, yes. But then again, it wouldn't remove any of the enjoyment I will feel from leaving every other VTuber in the dust just by being smart about it. I don't know if that makes me a bit of a villain for thinking it that way, but I want to do it just to prove that I can do it and to basically embarrass the other VTubers. I don't know if that makes me a bit of a villain. I would be that villain that is not technically a villain, but is the one guy that never actually participates in class, but because everyone is struggling and failing at that one thing, he, even though never actually does anything, suddenly stands up, does the thing with absolute ease, and goes back and sits down with a grin on their face. Yeah. Then again, I'm technically, I don't know if you realize this, but I'm technically a horror VTuber. I'm technically a monster. Name not supposed to be one of the good guys, lore wise. Yeah. So I can be the villain pretty easily. Yeah. I'm tempted to do it just for the joke. I wanna do it just for the beat. Yeah, lore-wise, my intentions are unclear so far. But it's undisputable that I'm dangerous. Yeah. So I kinda want to do that. I want to step up my game just to leave everyone in the dust. And the best part is, since I'm saying this while having only one beer on stream, I can literally grab this clip from the bot and use it as proof that I did it 100% intentional and there was no luck involved. I say that with a clover on my chest. I don't know if that would make it even more of a sick of a burn for the other VTubers. The more I think about it, the more I want to do it. Yeah. For example, let me check a little bit Twitter. Yeah. I'm not someone who actually messes with others. I'm someone who likes to show off so everyone else feels burned when they try so hard to do it and never get anywhere. But I can just walk up, do it, and walk away. Yeah. Lore-wise, I don't really... I'm not a monster that actively seeks to be harmful. I'm more of a... what to call it? A sleeping dragon, if you will. Let's see, on Twitter I see right now... Yes. Yes, never poke the sleeping dragon, please. Let's see, on Twitter right now I see 1, 2, 3, engagement rates just on the first glance. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. Let's stop at that. Engaging mates just by looking Twitter on my timeline. And it's not like they are actually providing anything interesting. They are just farming engagement on Twitter. So, yeah. I kinda want to do it just because it's funny. Would you imagine that? Someone who became a VTuber just to prove they could do it. And because it's funny, to outplay everyone else just for the beat. I'm really, really tempted to actually try right now. Okay, let me stop right there, or I'm going to start to actually plan something. Okay, let's see. Right now I want to do a bit of a returning to the game development stream. I want to do a bit of a test. I want to play through the game just to make sure everything is working correctly. Okay, this seems to be doing fine so far. Oh, what happened there? It seems one of the animations for the slime is not correctly mapped. Huh. Okay, let me just do a full playthrough just to make sure there is no issues, and then we will continue. It was an idle animation. Okay, I will check that out after I'm done here. Oh, by the way, I've been doing some research on pixel art, especially on how to make it seems like the game crashed. Okay, it seems to crash on this screen for some reason. Let me give another try. So I'm going to go through here. Let's see. Does that crash? Ah, it crashed actually. Okay, there might be an issue with the enemies. This seems to be working fine. here the enemy seems to be working fairly well. Okay, let me check the idol animation real quick before I forget. Let's see, enemy slime idol. We have the idol. Oh, I see. It's because I don't have the idols for the other directions. This is a single frame. Okay. Let's see. I could use the one for a moment. Or I could make new ones. That's another option. Okay, how about here I just hide this. Yeah. It's not really that hard to do it from this one. I just need to fix the face and that's it. And I just mirror this. Like that. And with that we have all the idols, I believe. The first one, they are not idols, sadly. They are technically moving. Actually, these ones are idols, kinda. The one for right and left are idols, but up and down are not. Okay, that should solve that issue, in theory. I love that parry animation quite a bit. Okay, let me check why the game is crashing in the other screens. Yes, we parry the boom. Okay, here is where it's crashing. This guy seems to be having issues. The other one is doing fine. And then we have this crash for some reason. Huh. Hmm. That sucks. Let me see. I'm going to enable the book. Where are you? The book. Yep. Let's see. What's the issue with you? You are on hunting mode. And then you crash. Okay. Is it because you're starting on hunting mode, I wonder? Let's see, let me check the codes real quick. That's just for attack, that's for interruption. So the issue should be on the parent then. Cooldown, idle moving. Okay, so we're in idle, right? We check for sprites, we check for stating we switch to hunting. On hunting, we have 10 seconds, or I believe is 20 seconds right here to get the targets, set targets. Then we start moving, checking direction. Oh, we're moving before checking direction. Huh. And we haven't set sprite either. But that's the same over here, so that shouldn't be an issue. When the pathfinding is done, we trigger an attack. Hmm. Actually, maybe I should trigger the switch right here to make sure that we always grab the position of the player before anything. Let's see. So we enter, we are moving. Now it's hunting, and we crashed. So it's crashing when we enter hunting mode. So when we enter hunter mode is when we crash. Why is that? This is if we are done. This is next target, current position. Okay, let's see. Now it's working fine. Huh. So there must be some kind of condition. A special condition that is what causes the trigger of the game crashing. Maybe. Huh. Okay, that's content. Yeah, they are getting stuck on the trees. Let me see. Maybe I need to fix the pathfinding to include the trees. Let's add it here. Okay, I think that should do the trick. Actually, let me move this over here. I'm just going to declare these variables, just so I don't have to be messing around with that. And that should technically solve the issue with the trees. Let's see. They are an idle. Moving. Okay. Hunting. Nice. It looks pretty fine right now, I would say. Yeah. Let's see over here. That guy is hunting, but seems to be having trouble finding a location to attack from. Yeah, that guy over there. He looked. Okay, let's see. It says he's already in position. Where he needs to go. That's not quite correct. Huh. Nets and current are the same. It seems like there is no path from where they are to the goal. Is what I'm gathering from this information right here. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. It seems they are not getting a path for some reason there. That's odd. Let's see. I need to check the room. Overworld. I believe that's 9-1. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Terrain. Trees. Walls. Grass. Water. Oops, misclick. So this little guy right here seems to not be able to find a path to the player from there. That's quite interesting. In theory, there should be more than enough space here. This guy can exit through here. Why wouldn't this guy exit through here? Okay, let's give it another try, but this time I'm going to enter from the bottom. That guy is content. Is he also not getting... Yeah, okay. This guy is also not getting... Huh. Interesting. That's weird. Hmm. Let's see. Maybe it's because I'm using static here. Yeah, maybe I should not be using static for these functions. Hmm. Let's see. Maybe it's because I'm using static functions. Is that the issue? That one is working correctly. This one seems to not be working correctly. Huh. And eventually it just loops, hangs. What is happening here? Let's see. Structs. Where are you? Hmm. Let's limit the tries to 3. Just to see if it's an issue with the stock algorithm. Yeah. It seems like it's an issue with the stock algorithm. Is it? Let me wait for a bit of it. Yep, it's an issue with the stock algorithm. Yeah. Okay. Let's see, set targets, where are you? Set targets, okay. If underscore back to is not target, then price equals to 0. Let's see if that works. It's a bit of a patch, but let's see if that issue is solved. It seems this guy has an issue finding the path to the player quite a bit. Ah, it lags again. It was working quite nicely. I don't know what happened there. Ah. Yeah, I think the trees are causing an issue. Yeah. Maybe I should actually add some trees to this area to see if maybe that's the issue right here. Okay. Let's see. Or I'm going to need to use a 4 here. I equals to 0. I under read dot x grids I plus bar j equals to 0. J under read dot y j plus plus grids dot draw down from grids dot obstacle on position. New vector to ij. Okay. Let's see. Oh, the trees are off center, kinda. Actually, pretty much everything is off center. Hold on, this is causing a bit of an issue. Let me disable this line. This thing. And let's just turn it on for a single one. Okay. Yeah, it's a bit of center, isn't it? Huh. Okay, let me remove these guys. And let's do it with just the one. Let me do this something, optimize this to make it more clean. If read dot gets let's see. It crashed. New grid limit vector. Why cannot be resolved? Oh, I see. It's because I need to set the grid I want to grab from. So I need to copy this like that. Okay. That's a bit faster. and it shows the locations for the obstacles. Huh. Interesting. I see, I see. Huh. Yeah, it seems like the position of the trees are way off for some reason. Huh. Okay. Tree. Hmm. Okay. Maybe it's because of the sprite. There might be an issue with the sprite. Let me check. Sprite tree. Center or left. That might be the issue. Okay. Now it's way more centered. Hmm. Let's see, is that the issue? I feel like I need to fix this a little bit. Where are you, strokes? This rise. Right now the counter is on 60, that's frames. And the other is for, what was it? Same time side. So 120 is 2 seconds. So this should be 20, right? So I can switch to 20 here. That should fix the issue, maybe? That seems to be working, kinda. That was an issue right there. It hit the tree right there, trying to navigate around it. Right there is hitting the tree. Maybe I could add a little bit more size to this. Then it's not so bad also, so I could just leave it like that. Let me undo this right here. Let's check performance a little bit. Hello. Yeah, it hits a bit of the top of the trees when trying to navigate around it from the top. But just a tiny bit. It's not much, but it does happen. Yeah, right there you can see it hit the top of the tree a little bit. Yeah. I think it's mainly because for some reason when I set it to display the grid, it doesn't actually match the things on screen. Yeah. I don't know if it's also the fact that I'm using a bit of a advanced pathfinding, not suitable to the level of game I'm using. Or maybe I'm just bad at making pathfinding algorithms. That could be it also. And I'm just bad at it. I also think the game maker is very bad in general, structurally speaking. Yeah. Maybe that will help a little bit with the pathfinding in general. Yeah, that did help a tiny bit. Now it's behaving a little bit strange. Hmm. There is some weird behaviors here and there from the pathfinding. Like that, where now it's not really doing anything. Hmm. Maybe I think this is the issue right here. Because I added the tries. I can't hide that, can't hide that. Set target, I can leave it like that. Huh. I thought I had added an if here. Maybe I'm mistaken. That looks a bit goofy. Hmm. Yeah, a lot of the issues seems to be weird behavior within GameMaker. Maybe there is some kind of a quirk that I have not yet quite understand. Hmm. Okay, let us continue checking the game. Let's see if I can find more issues. So this guy should be working correctly, right? Yep, it got stuck. Ah. Hmm. That means I actually need this variable here. Okay. Hmm. Okay, let's see. That should, in theory, fix the issue. Nope, it crashed again. Hmm. Why is that happening? Let's see, what happens if I enter through the other side? From over here. No issue happens, it seems. Everything seems to be working fine. So the issue only happens if when you switch screens, you are too close to an enemy and cause it to enter hunting mode before it gets a chance to run the algorithm at least once. So why is that? So if I enter through here, actually, if I enter through here, this guy starts on hunting mode. So it will loop 3, 2, 1, and is it looping? It's not actually looping. Ah, nope. So that's not the issue. Here, there we go. We got stuck. Is it maybe a memory leak? It could be a memory leak. cell size is 8, right? And we go to a tile set. Tile set using 8 right there. Hmm. I'm thinking. Huh. Now that I think about it, this algorithm right here can probably be made more clean, more efficient, for sure. Hmm. Yeah, I can make this algorithm way more efficient. I've been thinking that if you see this return, you notice that no matter which corner I verify as being true, I just return a single true. So only one of these needs to be true for me to return a true, right? So instead I could do something like if this, then just return true, right? And I can do the same for the other ones. I don't need to check every single one. The moment a single one of these is true, I can literally return immediately. Right? And if anything else fails here, I can just return false. Right? That improves things quite a bit. Also, if you notice, I'm running 4 right here, to force to check the grids for a single map ID. And if you check over here, you can see I'm running this code 4 times. So I'm running the grids 4 times in this function right here. I could probably make this way more efficient. If I, for example, structure this like this, instead of doing it one by one, I could set it for all of them like this. If I set it like this, it would save me maybe 4 loops around the grid. Right? So I'm seeing there are opportunities to improve the algorithm here and there in different spots. Yeah. Hmm. Yep. You found a guy in YouTube? A guy in YouTube? A game dev? If he's posting something you think it would be helpful for me, you can post this on game development. I believe you have access to the channel, right? On Discord. There is a game dev channel. Yeah, if you find something you believe it would be useful for me, send it over. I will check it out. I'm actually subscribed like to around a dozen game developers. I don't actually watch all of their videos, but every once in a while I find some interesting stuff. Okay. Yeah, I will check it out. Maybe it will help me improve things here and there. Yeah. Yeah, I will give it a watch. Maybe I will find some solutions to the issues I have with GameMaker. Yeah. I'm starting to think I might be able to optimize this function quite a bit. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully I can find a few tips that might be useful here or there to improve the project. Hmm. Oh. I'm trying to see if there is any issue here, something that could cause the function to get stuck. Now that I think about it, can you make sets on GameMaker? GameMaker sets.
Holy EI.
Holy EI. Hola. Bienvenida. Bienvenida, bienvenida. Hola, hola. Estoy investigando a ver si hay alguna forma que pueda mejorar un poquito mi algoritmo. Yeah. Mi día ha estado bastante bien. Todo tranquilo. ¿Ya? Sí. He estado resolviendo errores del juego. También he estado investigando sobre arte de pixel art para videojuegos. ¿Ya? Bien, más todo tranquilo. ¿Ya? ¿Y tú cómo te ha ido? ¿Algún problema en la universidad? ¿O todo bien? No, está lloviendo. ¿Dónde estás? De mi lado ha estado muy esporádico. En general, la lluvia. Se ha ido la luz 2 veces. Qué mala suerte tienes. Conmigo rara vez se va la luz, la verdad. Mm, Sí, algunas plataformas que son hechas por las universidades luego no son muy intuitivas porque no son hechas por gente que se dedica a hacer plataformas. Son hechas usualmente por los mismos maestros. Chip. Entonces usualmente no están muy bien hechas, que digamos. Ñe. Mm. Pues eso ya suena como que es destino. Sí. Ñe. Eso ya es destino. Qué mal. Qué mal, muy mal. Oh, I'm already getting sleepy. Ya me está dando sueño. Encontré algunas funciones que podrían servirme, pero no estoy seguro. Yeah. Ah. Ah. Okay. Maybe I need to rethink this function. Tal vez ocupo repensar esta función. Yeah, because the only place where the game could get stuck in an infinite loop, it would be here. I would say. Yeah. Ah. Actually, I could maybe set it like this. And that should save us some trouble. Maybe that would solve some issues. Me vas a ver si puedes jugar el juego próximo fin de semana, ya que no tengo computadora conmigo. Está bien, nada más toma en cuenta que hay todavía algunos problemas con el juego, que básicamente estoy solucionando esto el día de hoy. Este directo. Sí, por ejemplo, ahorita hay un problema que a veces los enemigos se atoran y en otras el juego crashea, se frisea. Que es un problema que debe estar en el último prototipo para que lo tomes en cuenta. Yeah. Sí, puedes testearlo. Wow. Parece que ya no se está... Ya no está causando tantos problemas. Ahora que lo noto, los árboles están un poquito movidos. Ah. Creo que voy a tener que acomodar los mapas otra vez. Yeah. I think I'm going to need to fix the maps again. The trees kinda are off center now again. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully it wouldn't be too much work, but we will see. Ah, that guy is stuck, for sure. And that guy is also stuck. Yeah, that's a spot I don't think the enemies can go through. Yeah, I think I'm going to fix all the trees. Sadly. Yeah. Yeah, this is not quite good. Hmm. Yeah, all the trees kinda move a little bit. Sadly. Yeah, all the trees are moved. Todos los árboles están movidos. This is going to be annoying. Ah, esto va a estar molesto de corregir. Hmm. Well, I can fix it by areas. I suppose that would make things easier for me. Hmm. By the way, I've been thinking about the story or the game. He estado pensando en la historia, darle al juego. Y creo que sería interesante contar una historia que sea un poquito mezclado entre verdad y mentira. Yeah, I'm thinking that it would be very interesting to make a story for the game that is equal parts fiction and reality. Yeah, I think that would make the story a bit more credible, interesting. Yeah, what I have in mind is grabbing a bit of real world lore, like myths and legends, and also mix it with my own brand of fantasy. And on top of that, add bits and pieces of things that actually happened to me. So there are pieces here, a piece and there that are actually for reals true, and I will just make sure to keep things very big, so you don't know which pieces are real and which pieces are not. So basically, making a story based on basically a real life story, real experience of mine. That would be interesting. That way, when I'm talking about stuff, I would be basically making references to the lore, while basically just saying the truth. And I could just as well as easily mix things that didn't actually happen to me, but they happen on the game, just to make it harder to discern where my lore starts and things that actually happen to me. And that would be very interesting, right? Estaba pensando en mezclar mis experiencias con la historia del juego y algo de historia real, de mitos y leyendas del mundo, para hacer este cóctel en el que no sabes qué partes son verdad en cuanto a qué cosas hacen referencia a la realidad, en qué cosas son fantasía, y cómo estaré mezclando cosas que realmente me sucedieron. Sería difícil discernir qué es verdad y qué es mentira. Yeah. Does it sound like a nice idea? What do you think? Would that make for an interesting story? Kinda the idea of blurring the line between my lore and my actual real life experience. Yeah, that would make my VTuber persona more grounded in reality in some ways. Yeah. Oh, el rechino que sé yo fue mi silla. Yeah, that creak, that sound you heard a moment before was my chair when I moved. Yeah. So I was thinking of doing stuff like that, mainly because I also have a lot of stories about my family that are very dramatic for all the wrong reasons. So, yeah, that would be pretty interesting, I would say. Yeah. There's been a lot of drama in my family, so I think it would make for a nice lore background. Es una buena idea. He escuchado que muchos escritores hacen eso. Basar sus historias en experiencias personales. Yeah. I believe I have heard a lot of writers do the same thing, where they base their stories on personal experience. Yeah. Yeah, there is plenty of content to leech from real life, for sure. Yes. That also would make for very interesting contents. Yeah. I wish my life wasn't so full of drama. Well, then again, it's not really drama that involves me. It's more a lot of drama within the family. Yeah. Yeah. I can use that for content. Make money out of the troubles and tribulations of my family. Yeah. Now that I think about it, this guy needs to have a duplicate over here. Yeah, that would be funny, wouldn't it? Exploiting the drama. Yeah. Then again, there are some, let's say, some stories that could get people into trouble if they figure out exactly what happened and what I'm referring to. Yeah. No, it would get people into trouble, but let's just say it's people that kinda deserve to get into trouble for the bullshit they do. Yeah. A lot of my lore is actually already very, what to call it, heavily influenced by actual family drama, not just not very directly, but yeah. You can actually discern a lot of the outline of the workings of my family by checking my lore. Yeah. There are other people in my family that are into games, but not really VTubers. Yeah. And pretty much no one in my family knows that I stream in any shape or form, much less as a VTuber. Yeah. Yep. Also, most of my family don't actually speak English. There is like maybe 4 or 5 people who actually do speak English. And most of them never had actually heard me speak English. So the chances of them actually identifying me by my voice or something like that are very, very, very low. Yeah. That's 10-2, now 10-11. Pregunta, ¿acaso para usted está bien? No sé, tratar de usar elementos de una historia ajena para darle continuidad o hacer una historia completamente nueva a base de esas. Sí. Siempre y cuando no sea una historia que tenga derechos de autor, la puedes usar. Y la otra cosa es que si tienes derechos de autor, tienes que modificarla lo suficiente al punto en el que puedas decir que es una historia completamente nueva, aun si está basada en otra historia. O sea, debe de tener suficientes elementos nuevos para que no pueda ser juzgada como una historia copiada. Yeah. No hay problema con eso. Siempre y cuando no copies nombres de lugares, te asegures de que personajes y temas sean lo suficientemente diferentes. No hay problema. Porque no sé si lo sabías, pero por ley no puedes, por ejemplo, marcar como que son tuyas cosas como mecánicas y temas. Por ejemplo, no puedes decir que nadie más puede hacer juegos de zombies porque tú hiciste un juego de zombies. No puedes hacer que otros no pueden hacer, por ejemplo, juegos de minar cubos, nada más porque hiciste Minecraft. Las mecánicas no son protegidas por derechos de autor. Bien. Nada más es que estés consciente de ese tipo de cosas. Hay algunas cosas que no puedes copiar. Por ejemplo, la apariencia de un personaje y el nombre. Pero otras cosas sí se pueden copiar. Por ejemplo, la personalidad. Por ejemplo, la historia de ir a salvar a la princesa. Esa no es un tipo de cosas que puedes marcar por derechos de autor. No lo puedes bloquear. Siempre y cuando haya suficiente diferenciación. Puedes usar el mismo tema. Sí. Yeah, so I've been thinking about the kind of story I want to have in the game. So I was thinking on maybe using my own experiences to add to the game without actually telling anyone, not even you guys, which parts are made up, which ones are fantasy, and which parts are actually stuff that happened. Yeah, it would make the things more interesting, right? When I add something that is kinda hard to believe that might actually happen in reality. And then I can keep making references to it when I'm speaking normally, just to mess with you guys. So you cannot really tell if it actually happened or not. What do you think? Would that make things interesting, or would it be just annoying? You are just going to assume that it's not real? Then what happens when I make a reference that both basically is anchored on the thing that happened in my lore, and I make a connection with something that actually happened in real life? Something you can actually Google? You will assume it's fake? That's going to be funny. That kind of stuff doesn't really work on you. Really? It makes me smile thinking of some of the more outlandish stuff that happened in my family that would make it something that is very outlandish that actually happened, and I don't need to actually add pretty much nothing fantastical to it, and just add it to the game or to my lore as it is. Just because it's so outlandish, chances are people are not going to believe it. Actually, I just talked about something that actually happened. Let me check if you can actually Google this. Yeah, let me check. Oh, wow! You can actually Google it. Oh, shit. Wow. Oh wow, you can actually Google this part of my lore. Yeah, my relatives don't know I'm a streamer. Well, mainly is that because I'm very distant from the rest of the family. Uh, we don't really get along. So the only people who would actually come into my room would be my mom or my dad. But they always knock. So chances are they are not going to barge in just like that. Also, even if they do barge in, uh, because they are not really used to me hearing me speaking English, uh, even if they come in and hear me speaking, they often mistake my voice for me watching a streamer or something like that at a high volume. Yeah. Especially because it has happened before that they come into the house and I'm watching a streamer on the TV on the living room, and they walk in thinking that I'm the one speaking when it's actually the streamer on the TV. So it has happened before that they have mistaken me for a random streamer with a similar voice. Also, they are not very tech savvy, so when they come into my room, they usually cannot really tell what's in my computer screen. So they wouldn't really recognize, for example, OBS or the dashboard for streamers and such. Also, since they don't really speak English, and most of my computer is in English, they would not be able to read whatever is on the screen. Yeah. That's why they don't really know that I stream. Let me see. Yeah, wow. You can actually search for this piece of my lore. I haven't even added to my lore, but you can actually search it up on the internet already. So it's a pretty well known fact that if people actually knew the origins, they would actually trace it back to me. Wow. Yeah. I didn't expect this to be so well known. Huh. Then again, nowhere here on the internet, well, at least with this quick Google search, actually points directly to me. Huh. Yeah, is very common knowledge on the internet, but no one knows the actual origin. Huh. Yeah, it will point towards my family, but since no one seems to know the actual origin of this, it might not actually be an issue. Huh. Interesting. Yeah. Well, even if it points to me, it wouldn't exactly out me. It will just kinda get you very, very, very close to locating me, but not quite actually point me down perfectly. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. I might actually add it once I'm not within reach. Once I'm not so close to the origin of the information. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. I find it funny that it is surprisingly well known on the internet, but no one seems to know where it came from. Huh. Interesting. 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 Okay. Yeah. They could actually probably, if I release that information, they might be able to trace me, but I'm not planning on releasing that information until maybe after I don't know, quite a while. Once I'm sure it's information that cannot be traced back to me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to underestimate the internet. Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure people could do it. I once heard that someone traced a Japanese idol by zooming into her pupils on their eyes to see the reflection of where she took her photos, and that way they managed to locate her home. So I believe someone with the know-how could probably track me down. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I'm planning to mix fantasy with reality. So it makes it hard for people to be able to tell what's up. Yeah. Ambulance. Let me fix these ones too. Another thing that I've been meaning to do with the lore is adding some real something that actually happened, but it didn't actually happen to me. To make it harder to locate me. So I will mix in something that actually happened, but not to me, with things that actually happened to me, with stuff I made up, and something I heard in legends or myths. Yeah, something historical, for example. Indeed. Or for example, stories friends have told me that once happened to them. Yeah. To make it harder to people to locate me, and that way I can actually say, oh yeah, remember when this happened? When I talk about this, and people will be like, wait, that actually happened on her lore? Did it happen in real life? To make things more fun, make the integration between myself and my character more seamless. Yeah. It would make for a more interesting lore, I would believe. Right? This needs to be more granular. There we go. It will also make it very funny if I reference something that is very, very well known. And make it sound like it happened to me.
Oh, time alert, by the way.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I wanna make that kind of stuff. I also want to add some of my stories, the ones I talk about on streams. Like the story of me learning firefighting skills to my lore to make it more seamless. Yeah. That way I can actually make it like part of the quest on one of my games. And you can actually play through my training. Wouldn't that make it for something interesting? Yeah. Yeah, the claustrophobia vibe would be quite an interesting addition, for sure. Yes. Yes, yes. Yeah, that would be nice. That way you can basically play through my story. Through my stories, the ones I talk about on stream. Yeah. So I've been thinking maybe to start adding a story to the games for that reason. Yeah. Yeah, if I add the claustrophobia pipe, it's not going to be for this game. It would be for a different one. Yeah. Probably I would make it a bit more more like an RPG instead of action adventure. Yeah. That would be quite nice, actually. Yeah. Yeah, from first person would be the best way of experiencing that. Yeah. Actually, the best way of experiencing that would be in VR. That way you would truly, truly feel my pain, my fear. Yeah, a 3D first person way would be the ideal way for sure. VR would be very, very, to get as close as the experience I had, it would be on VR for sure. Yeah. Yes. Okay, since it's already pretty late, let me stop here for the day. Let me return to the room. We
Safeway
didn't-
Lalu's 2 versus water and water and water water.
Water. I completely forgot what I was going to say. The TTS really...
Oh, time
me.
alert, by the way.
Yeah. For character development, yeah, it would be quite interesting. I'm also a very big fan of hidden secrets, so I will probably splatter secrets all over the place. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Ah. Ok. Como ya es algo tarde, creo que voy a por aquí. Y después iré a cenar algo. Sí, ya es tarde. Para mí, cuando menos. Chip. Estaba diciendo que planeo, como decía, agregar historias que realmente me pasaron a los juegos o a mi lore. Nada más para hacer que el personaje de mi Verthandy esté más integrado conmigo. Para que cuando empiece a platicar de historias que me han pasado, cuando me ponga a contar historias, no sea posible diferenciar si estoy hablando de el lore de mi personaje, de los juegos, o si realmente pasó. Quiero que exista esa integración limpia. Yeah. Ok, then I'll be stopping here. Voy a parar aquí. Nos vemos mañana para más Elden Ring. Yeah. Ah. Chip. Por cierto, una duda que quería preguntarles. There is this one thing I want to ask you. When I stream, I enable the ability to rewind for the stream, so you can go back and rewatch stuff while I'm live. Is that a feature you find useful? Because I noticed that it causes a bit sometimes issues where you are watching like a minute or two behind when I'm actually at. Noté que hay un feature en YouTube que me permite dejar que ustedes se regresen en el directo y vean cosas que ya pasaron. Pero noté que es lo que causa que luego no se den cuenta que van un minuto o dos atrasados a lo que está pasando en el directo. Entonces, no sé si quieran que mantenga esa funcionalidad o quieran que la deshabilite. I don't know if you find that feature useful, or would you prefer me to disable it so you are always basically watching live? It just I wonder if you prefer to watch live and lose the ability to rewind, or you don't mind being being delayed without noticing sometimes. You prefer to keep in a level? It's not a bother for you? Okay. Lo pregunto porque luego he notado que no se dan cuenta que están viendo el stream con atraso. Entonces sí, no sé si prefieren que los habilite para que siempre estén viendo en vivo, o si no les molesta lo puedo mantener habilitado. Yeah. ¿Qué les parece? Yeah. Entonces, como nada más te pasa en la computadora, ¿no te molesta si la dejo encendida, la funcionalidad? ¿O preferirías que la apague? Nada más para saber su preferencia. Yeah. Yeah. También si solo pasa en la computadora, pues la podemos dejar encendida. Nada más es para asegurarme que no estén, ¿cómo decirlo?, teniendo problemas innecesarios durante los directos. Yeah. Es más algo de calidad de vida. De ahí en más, pues yo creo que me voy a retirar y nos vemos mañana para más Elden Ring. Okay, then I suppose I will be leaving the feature on then. If it's not so much of an issue, then I will leave it enabled. Okay. Good night. Buenas noches. Los veo mañana. Que descansen. Sleep well. I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye. Bye bye. Night night. Buenas noches. Adiós. Good night. Bye bye. Adiós. Nos vemos mañana. Yeah, I'm going to have dinner. That's for sure. Thank you. Okay. Bye bye. Good night. Adiós. Bye. 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 Chexy. Thank you. Hey. Fish.